Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am super excited for today's workshop and to introduce you to my guests. I am Dominica Escatel. I'm the founder of Chicana Inc. And I am so excited to have all of you here. And let me just dive in. I want to introduce you to my guest who's right here next to me, Christina Rodriguez. She is the CEO, founder of Bay Love Marketing, a social media and digital marketing agency helping Latino-owned business owners find their creative voices to bring their main hustle or into the social media spotlight. She created hashtag Your Marketing Homegirl podcast to share social media and marketing tips on the go. Christina holds a master's in business administration with an emphasis in marketing and has 15 years of business and real estate marketing experience. Christina is also the founder of Latinas with Masters, social platform created to empower Latinas and women of color to pursue a higher education. So welcome to Social Media Branding for Your Main Hustle. Christina,
Thank
yes.
you.
Thank
Great
you
intro, girl.
Thank you for being here. So we're going to go ahead and dive in, and I'm going to let you take it away, okay?
Okay, perfect.
All right, let's see.
I do have a little presentation for you
Okay.
guys. So let me know, and then I can share my screen.
Okay, go for it.
So I think it's not letting me share the screen.
Okay. Let's see. I have you as host. Thank you, everybody, for giving us a second here as we figure out our technology.
Zoom 101.
Yes.
Our new normal. Let's see. Are you able to see my screen?
Let's see. Hold on. Make host. Okay, I see you. You have all hosting capabilities right now.
All right.
Okay.
All right. You see me now?
Awesome.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. This is a wonderful opportunity, and I do want to thank Chicana Inc. for allowing me to share her space with you guys. So I created this presentation specifically for you guys. It is called Social Media Branding for Your Main Hustle. So I want to dive right in. So as you know, my name is Christina Rodriguez. I am the CEO founder, and I call myself a social marketer. And a lot of people are like, what the heck is that? So a social marketer is someone that's creating social good for your brand, rather that's creating awareness for your audience, that's influencing some type of behavior with your products and services, or, you know, with what's going on in society in general. And also, it's guided by ethical and moral principles, right? So if you're my client and you have a particular product or service that you want to promote to your business, rest assured that I will definitely tell you what the ethical morals are within consumer behaviors and your brand, because I do not want a PR stunt, okay? So I definitely want to help you on the good end. So on today's agenda, we're definitely going to talk about Bay Love Marketing, just a little bit about, you know, how I started, creating social media content, giving you guys some ideas, information about online reputation, and also Q&A if you guys have any questions at the end. So before we get started, I paid a lot of money for my degree, so I'm just going to express, you know, this information to you guys. So a little bit about me is that I have a Bachelor of Arts in Latino Studies from San Francisco State University. And that particular degree has helped me more from a diversity background, right? I'm able to understand the Latino culture, you know, Black, Asian, Native American, definitely gives me a perspective on ethnic culture when it comes to branding. I have a master's in business administration. I have an MBA, emphasis in marketing from Notre Dame de Namur University in Belmont. And right now, I'm currently a doctorate student at Mills College for educational leadership. Again, tying in the diversity into your brand, your business, your marketing. I'm definitely learning a lot more with education and how I can apply that to my business, to your business, So I'm very proud of this, of this decision to go back to school. My work experience, I have assisted a lot of main hustles and side hustles, right? From real estate agents, mortgage brokers, apartment managers, property management companies, restaurants, food influencers, small business startups, landscapers, construction companies, cleaning services, daycare centers, higher education, and clothing and cosmetics. So as you can see, there's marketing in everything. A lot of people like to think that marketing is just one thing or business is one thing. No, when you see those social media influencers, there is business and marketing behind that strategic plan that we see. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of background with the type of businesses that I've assisted with. So let's start with, what is social media? Social media is a set of technologies that enables users to create content and share with a large number of people. Social media is Facebook, Instagram, Google Plus, Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok, Yelp, Facebook recommendations, TripAdvisor, anywhere where you can communicate information with a large number of people, that is considered a social media platform. I think it's very important to understand your consumer and your customer when it comes to marketing your business, your brand, your product on social media. These are the different types of consumer groups that exist right now. So we have the baby boomers that were born between 1946 and 1964. Gen X is 1965 to 1980. Gen Y, aka millennials, are from 1981 to 1996, and Gen Zs are born after 1997. It's very important to understand the buying behavior, the decision-making behavior when it comes to these particular consumer groups, because a lot of businesses think that I have this product and service and I'm going to market it the same to everybody. But that message will come across differently depending on what consumer group that you fall under. So Gen Zs, for example, right? They don't want to pick up the phone. They don't even want to see anybody in person. They're all about being on their phone and being accessible. So you want to make sure that if you do have a product such as a t-shirt line, or if you have merch, right? You want to make sure that your product is accessible, to purchase online, that's going to be shipped to the consumer directly. Versus a baby boomer and a Gen Z or a Gen X, they like to have an option that it's available online, but they may decide, you know what, I wonder if they have a store, because I want to touch the product, I want to feel the product, I want to connect with the product. So as you can see that, there's different types of behaviors when it comes to just, buying merchandise. So here are some tips that I recommend for creating social media content for your business. Know your target audience, which is what we discussed previously, and the benefits you can offer for each consumer group. Set social media goals, whether that's going to be to increase your web traffic, grow your brand audience, increase community engagement, sales lead generation, or increase brand awareness. Now, one of the questions that I get from that particular statement is, what is grow your brand audience and what is increase brand awareness? Those are two different things. Grow brand audience is, I want to increase my followers. I want to grow, with the information that I'm providing. I want to be able to have them tag and repost and reshare my information, right? My content that I'm creating for them. And then increase brand awareness is more about, Bay Love Marketing and what Bay Love Marketing stands for. And this is, my social good for the community. Rather, I feed, to the homeless people on Thanksgiving, or I give away free toys at Toys for Tots. I'm creating my brand awareness through different social goods in the community. So that's an example of the differences between growing your brand audience and then increasing your brand awareness. It's also important to determine how often you would like to post, whether that's weekly or monthly. I wouldn't recommend to promote daily because it gets kind of annoying. And then I'm going to show you later the reasons why people unfollow businesses. And then also determine if you or someone will be in charge of the social media strategy for your main hustle or hire an agency. And what I mean is you can do it yourself, but sometimes you get so caught up in everything else, right? You're dealing with operations, and you're dealing with budgets, and you're dealing with customer service, whatever that is. You may not have time to sit there and think about your social media plan. So if you have someone within your business that you can designate the subject matter expert, hey, you're going to be responsible for all things social media. These are the things that I want you to promote. We're going to promote our specials. We're going to promote engagement. We're going to promote a giveaway. Then you have someone taking care of that particular platform for you. Or you can hire an agency like Bailiff Marketing to create that voice on your behalf, on behalf of the business. You know, you're still having meetings and you're still communicating with the agency of how you want your brand to come out, but you're also getting consulting advice on what that would look like, or how to tastefully approach that across the social media platforms. And so creating social media content, I know some people are like, I don't even know what to put. I don't even know how. I have all these ideas and I don't know how to put it on paper. So think about what your customers' wants, needs, and demands are. If you have a product or a service, think about, how is this helping my customer? Like, at the end of the day, what is the bottom line if they buy my product or service, right? Is this product and service, is this a demand, or is this a need type of purchase, right? Is this like an impulse purchase, or is this something that they need to make, you know, their lifestyle, you know, better? So those are the things that I want you guys to focus anytime that you're dealing with information as far as content you want to put on social media. Also, a lot of people don't do this, but your personal experiences. I know that I will be walking down the street, or I'll be with my kids, or I'll go to a store and I'll hear a customer, or I'll hear someone, and I'm thinking, wow, if they're having this problem with this product or service, someone else will, right? So think about the personal experiences, thinking about the customer journey, because at the end of the day, when we leave work, we're consumers too, right? We go and we buy food, we go and buy electronics, we go and book, you know, travel agencies. And so it's important to understand what that journey looks like and then reverse it. What does the customer journey look like for your customer, right? So again, taking those personal experiences and how you want to be treated and how you want a business to market, you know, those services for you. I also recommend books, articles, and magazines. These books right here have completely gave me inspiration on things to write, like my vibe, my branding, you know, and these are coming from different industries, right? Not necessarily your industry, but like Winging It, Girl Code, Girl Boss, Leave Your Mark. These are all marketers that have worked in the fashion industry, that have worked, you know, Girl Boss, she was started like in Berkeley, and she created, you know, this like couture, not Goodwill, but what is it called? Like the thrift store of couture clothing, right? And she exploded so big that you know, she overtook eBay on her stuff. So you can start small, but these are just small. This is just little inspirations that I like to refer back to when I'm stuck about creating content for my social media. Music, TV shows, and movies. I recently just finished binge watching Emily in Paris. It is super cute. It's about, you know, a marketing professional from Chicago that gets to live everybody's dream, right? And go to Paris. But the culture in Paris is very different, right? And so they look at her as an American, you know, coming into their country, telling them how to market their product. But she's giving the, you know, the French audience the perspective of the American audience. And so I want you to think more about the message, right? If you're an expert in your business or in what you offer, then that's, you know, think about your elevator pitch. Think about how you can promote that to someone else. So that's why I brought up Emily in Paris. So I thought it was so cute. Mad Men inspired my career completely. I binge watched Mad Men. And then Insecure and Vita, those are more like cultural types, right? Insecure is more about the you know, the Black and African American community. Vida is very like Mexican, Latino community, and I found inspiration within both. You know, so I thought that I would definitely share, you know, these types of you know, movies and TV shows with you guys. Some additional social media content idea is to share behind the scenes, you know, whether you're working on a new product or you're doing this webinar or you're on social media. It could be anything really. Behind the scenes, everybody likes to see stock photos, but they definitely want to see some real photos as well. It could be raw photos. It doesn't have to be touched up, doesn't have to be a filter. Just show yourself what you're doing, right? You can never go wrong with inspirational quotes. I know I love a Shonda Rhimes quote, an Oprah quote, a Beyonce quote, you know, because you never know how that quote is going to help the next person, you know. Um, and I like to draw inspirational quotes, again, based on my personal experience. If I'm feeling emo or if I'm feeling happy or I'm feeling sad, someone else is feeling the same way, you know, but your social media is about building a community. And so if you're able to connect with your audience through different forms of content, then that's the most important thing. I also like showing sneak peeks of products and services. I know I said that with the behind the scenes, but if you have something coming up, especially right now with holidays, you can do like a Black Friday sale, a Thanksgiving sale, a Christmas sale. It could be anything like that. You know, you can just show a sneak peek of what's coming up the pipeline. Holidays and on this day are fun, like, you know, coffee days. I'm a big coffee addict, right? Or equal pay day, right? It's tomorrow, Latina equal pay day, or entrepreneur day, right? Those are the things where you're going to drive more traffic to your social media page, especially if you use those hashtags, right? So I wouldn't recommend like making your whole content calendar with just holidays and on this day, but definitely pick the ones that will resonate with your business as well as with your audience, right? Depending on what, you know, background your audience comes from. Also provide updates about your business and your industry. You know, like if I'm saying that I'm the marketing expert, I'm just going to promote information about marketing and within my business, right? If you are the expert of being a travel agent, or if you're the expert of the restaurant industry, you know, share little bits and pieces of any updates, especially right now with COVID, right? Because COVID is constantly changing. You can just say that, you know, like, you know, we now have outdoor dining. These are the extra precautions that we're doing with, you know, sanitizing, you know, the workplace, whatever that looks like. And then don't like overdo it either, but post enough where people are like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to follow this page because it looks like they're giving me bits of information of what I would be interested in, right? Consumer spotlights and shout outs are fun. I do this a lot on my Bail of Marketing, where I'll shout out a business. You know, like definitely if we have like a connection offline, or if I believe in their product and services, if I'm a customer of their product and services, I'll give a shout out, because I'm all about promoting, you know, the local communities, small businesses, and, you know, we're here to help each other out. There's plenty of room for all of us to network with each other and make money, right? And so why not share that space, right? So I'm very big about customer spotlights and shout outs, and pictures and pictures and pictures. You know, Instagram is very picture heavy. You cannot post on Instagram unless you have a picture or some sort of a visual. And so it's very important that you understand the different features on each platform. You know, Twitter is very, text heavy. So they're more about retweeting and hashtags. Facebook is a little bit of both. Instagram, I'd probably say, before they used to say the longer the content, the better. And it's mostly because Instagram wants consumers to stay on Instagram longer, so they can promote more ads to you. But at the same time, you're going to lose your audience, because if they see a post like this big, you lost them already, you know? So try to do like a 30-second video, or try to do like a picture with a very short headline. I think would go a long way. So some of the free photography places that you can get royalty-free content is Unsplash, Pexels, Pixabay. And if you use Canva for creating social media graphics, they also have um, a feature on there where you can search for pictures, and they have a free and a pro version. So some photos are free, and then some photos, because of the quality of it, or if it's very specific to a niche, those most likely will be a pro version, and you would probably have to pay like $1 or so to download those pictures. Or if you have the paid version of Canva, then it is included within that service. And then as far as social media schedulers, if it's something that you do want to do on site for yourself, or have someone from your team help you do it, I would recommend Hootsuite, Buffer, Zoho Social, Planly, and Sprout Social. Some of these have like a free trial, or they will let you use their service if you have like one or maybe two social media platforms that you want to post to. But the more features the more features that it has, the more they want you to pay for that service. So just kind of keep that in mind, maybe play around with it and find one that's best for you. Now, one thing that I definitely want to approach to you guys is, a lot of people think that social media has to do with just the way that I post, the way that my brand looks, the way that my colors are looked, the way that I have a theme on social media, the content that I put. Social media, your online reputation is social media. So when a customer is not happy with your products and services, they will absolutely do the following. They're going to contact the business directly with their dissatisfaction. They're going to not recommend your business to their friends and family. So this is where the word of mouth referral comes in. And then they're going to write a review on a third-party reputation site, whether that's Yelp, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Google, TripAdvisor, any retail websites. They're going to write a review on your product and services. And because either they felt they were ignored, or you didn't resolve the problem to their satisfaction. And so the behavior is, okay, they didn't listen to me when I called. They didn't listen to me when I emailed them. You know, this business owner is being very unreasonable. So they didn't listen to me over here, but they're for sure going to listen to me over here. So keep in mind that when a consumer writes a review on these third-party sites, they're no longer talking to you. They're talking to every single person that visits those reputation sites. And so it's no longer going to be just you and them. It's you, them, and the world at this point, right? So it's very important for you to understand this behavior behind leaving reviews. So here are my 3 tips that I would recommend. I would recommend to resolve the problem first, listen to understand the customer's concern, and find a resolution that will satisfy the customer. I've come across some business owners that feel like, no, you know what? This is the policy. Policy is policy, and I'm not going to refund them. I'm not going to give them, I'm not going to exchange it. I'm not going to let them return it. They're stuck with that product. Why would you want a customer to be so unhappy with your product and service that now they feel the need to go online and, you know, talk bad about your reputation, about your service, right? So you got to think about what the bottom line is. What is the return on investment here? The return on investment is, okay, I may lose out on this product or service, you know, by giving them a refund or exchanging it or returning it, but also I'm avoiding a negative review that could potentially stop me from getting more business. So keep in mind that before a customer has called you, they have already looked at your website, they already looked at your social media pages, they already checked out your reviews, and then they decided, you know what, now I'm going to call Bay Love Marketing. So they already did all that. Their customers nowadays are doing their homework. It's no longer like social ads or clicking or, hey, I'm going to call them. It's, okay, I'm going to add this to the list, and then I'm going to check them out, and then I'm going to see if I want to invest my time and money with this business. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about resolving a problem with the customer. The second thing I would recommend is to respond. Respond within 24 to 48 hours to all online reviews, whether it's negative or positive, preferably after you have resolved the issue or have a solution in mind. So this is what that looks like. It's better to respond to a review after you already resolved the problem, right? Or after you already contacted the customer and, you know, decided, you know what, you're going to go ahead and do an exchange. Maybe you're going to give them 10% off your next purchase, whatever that looks like. But when you're responding, you're going to say, "Dear Christina, thank you for your time in discussing your concerns today, you know, with your product. I'm glad we were able to come to a resolution. I look forward to seeing you the next time you drop in my store. Thank you and have a nice day." It could be something as simple as that. So now the consumer is looking at this review and saying, okay, it looks like Christina had a problem, but the owner was able to resolve it. So now I feel that if I have a problem, the owner would be able to resolve my problem. So you're already changing the perception of a future customer without a problem, you know, arising. And again, it's that first impression of how customers are going to see your product and services through the online reviews. The third thing is, if you're unable to resolve the problem or you need a little bit more time, please, please, please take this conversation offline. I see a lot of people banter back and forth online and it looks nasty. It just looks like a telenovela, right? And it's always like businesses that start off with, well, first of all, or see what happened was, and I'm already like, oh my God, like I already know this is gonna go spiral, you know? And that's me looking into it. I don't even know anything about your business or anything, right? So if you need more time to resolve the matter, please take it offline. Do not go back and forth and try to fight with the customer. It's better to go offline, and you can write something so simple that says, you know, "Dear Christina, thank you for letting me know about your concerns. I need more time to do some research. Can you please allow me, you know, an extra day to look into how we can resolve your problem? I sent you a private message through your email, or I sent you a private message through Yelp. You know, can you please respond through the, you know, let's continue the conversation offline. You know, thank you for your feedback again. I look forward to hearing from you soon." So now you're putting the ball back on their court. Not only are you acknowledging them online for everybody to see, but now you're saying, hey, I need more time. So I sent you more information through your email or through this inbox. So now you tell me how I can help you, right? And then you can offer whatever that looks like offline. So again, resolve, respond, and then if you need to resolve the problem offline, I would probably recommend to do so. I wouldn't recommend putting like, oh, I'm going to give you 10% off, or the next one's on me, or this is free, because then now customers are going to say, oh, okay, cool. I just need to write a Yelp review and then I'm going to get a free product. And unfortunately, there are people out there that have bad intentions with businesses or with the way that they make purchases just to get something free out of it. So I would just keep it nice and short and then maybe write the specifics privately, but I would not recommend doing it, publicly for everybody to see. So one thing that has been seen in this industry is that if a business confronts the problem truthfully, consumers are often willing to forgive and forget. So, I mean, I can tell you real quick, businesses that I have not got along with, but have resolved a problem, and I continue to go back there because they're willing to be like, you know what, we messed up. I apologize. Please come back again. You know, they were able to make me a happy customer at that time. And it could be something very reasonable, you know. But if a business is dragging their heels or covering up the problem, the consumer will have resentment for the business and you will lose a customer for life. And I can also tell you businesses that I will never step foot in, because to me, it's about the principle. It's not even about the $5. It's not even about the $100. It's about the principle that, especially during the pandemic, right? I feel like right now we're all counting our pennies and we want to make sure that we're investing the right dollars to the right company, right? But consumers are gonna remember not necessarily about their purchase experience, but how you made them feel. So if you made me feel like, you know, like dumb, or like my business doesn't matter because you feel like, oh, I have other people that can come in and buy business for me. Perfect then. You losing me as a customer, then it shouldn't matter then. But if every person thinks like that, yeah, that adds up. And then you're not going to have any business to run, you know? So that's why I feel so I feel like online reputation is so important when it comes to branding your social media, because again, a lot of people just think like, if I just ignore these reviews, if I just ignore these comments, they're just going to go away. No, they get louder. Online is just getting louder, you know? And again, people read reviews. I will sit on a review and I would be like, I wonder what they say. And I will go to the top and I would just scroll down and see what people say, because I like to see the diversity and what people have to say. Because some companies pay for positive reviews, right? But at the same time, I'm always like, oh, okay, this looks reasonable, or this looks something that could have happened, right? So then I still go and try the company out. I don't let reviews influence my decision 100%. I'd probably say it does have a 50-50 factor. But then guess what? If I go to that business and I'm getting the exact same service that I read on that review, then I'm like, oh, this person was right, because I'm getting this vibe from this waitress, you know, or you know what, they do gyp you on the food, or they did overcharge me, or they were being unethical, or whatever that looks like, right? So now I'm connecting the dots that it's not just the reviewer, it's definitely the business and the way that they're running their business, right? It gives it validation at some point. So these are the reasons why consumers unfollow brands. So remember how I said don't post daily because it gets annoying. And then remember, right now I'm talking about, online reputation. So 56% of consumers unfollow a brand because of poor customer service. Absolutely. If you treated me bad, if you did not help me, whatever problem I had, if it was not good, I'm unfollowing you. So bye, Felicia. I'm not gonna follow you no more. Irrelevant content. If you're just posting random stuff and it makes no sense, or I'm not feeling any connection, you're wasting my time. So I'm gonna unfollow you there. 51% feel that way. Too many ads from the brand. Yes, you are creating a social media account for your brand, but they want to feel a connection. You want to engage with your audience, I don't want to feel like I'm being marketed to 24/7. I want to be able to connect with you and be like, oh, look at this quote, or look, this is cute, or look, we have the same interest, or she likes that movie too, or she doesn't like that movie too, whatever that is. And then you put in your branding, or then you put in your product, right? Because I already feel a connection with you. So then I feel like I know you now. So now I'm like, you know what? That's a cute shirt. I'm going to buy it. You know what? I'm going to buy those earrings right there, because I made a connection with the business owner. Yes, the brand, and yes, your social media page. But at the end of the day, I feel like, this business owner knows me. I'm feeling a connection with all these quotes and all this information that they're sending me. So when something comes up, you're going to feel a little bit better buying things from them. Too many promotional posts. Again, the ads and the promotional posts kind of go together. And then adding social or political views, right? You can ask me how I feel about Trump, and you can ask me how you feel about Biden, but I'm not going to share that on my social media page, right? Because then, I may have friends and family and customers that are very well customers, and they could be Trump supporters, or they could be, Biden supporter, or they may feel against about abortion, or they're with abortion, whatever that looks like. I do not want to get involved in social and political views when it comes to my business, right? I definitely feel, to a certain extent, yes, like if we're talking about kids in cages, absolutely. If you want to unfollow me because I feel like kids shouldn't be in cages, then that's fine. But certain other things I think should be separate. Again, maybe have that conversation offline if they ask you, or for some reason you feel like you need to comment on that, but don't make it like accessible for everybody to kind of see that banter back and forth. And then the last one is ignoring posts and mentions on feeds. So again, social media is there to engage. So if I'm saying, hey, what sizes do you have on your shirts? Nothing? Okay, I'm not going to buy, your shirts because you didn't answer my question. Or, hey, what colors do you have in that? Nothing? Okay. I don't even know who I'm talking to at this point because I want to buy your shirt and I want to know what size it is and I want to know what color it is, but you're not providing me with information for me to make a decision on it. So now the follower or your consumer feels like it's either a spam account or it's just a robot posting. There's no human being behind the social media post. So they just don't follow. And we've all seen spammy posts and followers, right? More often than not. So I know I'm constantly unfollowing people. Like I'll follow people, but then I'm like, who is this? And then I look and they don't even have a profile. They have one post, but they have like 1 million followers, right? And I'm like, oh my God, this is definitely like those fake followers type of thing. So again, we want to see the face and the name behind the brand. So definitely try to respond and listen to what your customers are telling you on social media. So this would be the section where I would have an open forum for questions, but I'm going to leave my page up here for anybody who wants to email me. If you want to visit my website, there's my phone number. If you ever guys want to reach out and ask me any marketing tips or social media tips with your brand. I do want to thank Chicana Inc. for allowing me to share her space with you guys. If you guys want to listen more about social media and marketing tips, I do have a podcast called Your Marketing Homegirl Podcast. It is available on all social media platforms. I am working on it to be on iHeartRadio in case you're an iHeartRadio fan. But other than that, it's available everywhere else. So I will, switch it over to you, my dear. And I want to thank you for the opportunity again.
Of course, Christina, thank you so much. I know that so many notes, so many wisdom, so many good golden nuggets. I appreciate everything that you shared with everyone. So we will hold on for a second, but let's say goodbye to everybody because we want to honor their time. Thank you for joining us today and definitely connect with Christina. Everywhere we'll share this, we will go ahead and post links to connect with her. Definitely plugged into what she's doing, the podcast, everything that she's doing. Definitely like get in there, get plugged in, connect with her. And so
thank you.
Bye everybody. Thank you so much for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.